Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I hope all of y'all have enjoyed an amazing Saturday across North Mississippi. We've been enjoying spring-like conditions. Thankfully, that will continue for the first half of your Sunday tomorrow, but I'm here to give you the latest as we get ready for that severe storm setup that we have going on tomorrow night and to let you know what is to be expected for a frigid work week ahead. So let's get right into this broadcast and start talking about the severe weather risk. We are still in a level 3 out of 5 currently here for our Saturday evening. Now, taking a look at this, you can notice that it's still a large level 3 risk that was sent out earlier today. We can take a look at the measurement kind of going from top to bottom, and that's over pretty much 720 miles almost of coverage with that level 3 risk. So definitely a wide and elongated area. Could be enough confidence for the SPC that they may want to try to issue a level 4. Thankfully, we have not seen that quite yet, hoping to keep it that way. But for us here in North Mississippi, we are still all within that level 3 risk, all going to be affected by that. I know if you're here early with us with me and Matt during the 6 o'clock, we're kind of talking about that confidence and what to expect with this. We did bump up that wind to a level 4. That is what we are most confident on right now with this gusty setup, just all the ingredients that are in place, whether that's what's happening at the surface, a little bit above your head in the mid levels, and then upper atmosphere, just going to be very windy, going to bring in a lot of those gusty winds to the surface. So definitely going to be windy and gusty tomorrow. We do have that level 3 confidence for those tornadoes, talking about maybe a brief strong tornado is possible. Thankfully, we're going to see more kind of severe thunderstorm warnings instead of tornado warnings, hoping that it stays that way with the consistency. That'll bring us to one of our first headlines, but still have that level 2 risk for that hail, with that confidence increasing just slightly, but still nowhere near that wind confidence and definitely towards that tornado confidence as well. That brief and heavy rainfall is going to continue to be kind of the story as that line moves on through, but like we mentioned, it's going to be very brief, very quick, as this line is pretty much racing across North Mississippi. You give it 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and then you're pretty much done. As soon as that line crosses over your city tomorrow night, you're going to be good to go for the rest of the overnight period. Could still hear a few rumbles of thunder, but it's going to be a very quick event, and I know we want to kind of know how long this is going to go on. It's going to be a very quick line moving through North Mississippi. We'll make sure to walk you through all of it tomorrow. So let's take a look at our headlines, which we kind of already discussed just a little bit. That confidence staying consistent. We're still in that level 3 out of 5 risk. We'll be curious to see how that changes as we get into our Sunday tomorrow and get closer to that event. But right now, things are staying consistent. Definitely a good sign as we wrap up our Saturday and get ready for our Sunday. But enjoy the first half. It's going to be another kind of spring-like day as we enjoy our weekend. It's been very beautiful. You can continue to do so tomorrow, just around dinner time, where you want to get back home, get in your safe space, kind of stay in tune and updated with that weather. We're going to be tracking out that line of showers, letting you know when you're in the all clear and good to go for the rest of your overnight period ahead. But still, enjoy your Sunday. This is not an all-day thing. This is happening around dinner time and later, so you can still have a beautiful day tomorrow. Now, also dust off those coats, because not only do we want to focus about what's happening tomorrow, but you're going to want to know what's happening Monday morning as you get ready to start off the work week. Going to be a frigid start, even chillier for your Tuesday morning, just due to how strong this cold front moving through will be. We're going to be talking about some freezing conditions. Definitely going to have those coats ready to go as we get started with the work week ahead. But take a look at the first 12. We still have another mild, just calm overnight period ahead. Temperatures around 59 degrees by 11 o'clock, slowly cooling off towards the mid 50s. And that's it. If we can even talk about cooling off, we're going from 59 to practically 55. And that's how little we're dropping overnight, still keeping that moisture within our atmosphere, especially that cloud cover becoming a little bit more prominent. But with the latest model run, notice those chances kind of sticking around in the early morning hours. This is not severe. This is just kind of showing that moisture is back in our atmosphere, and a few of us are going to see why with just a few light sprinkles and showers affecting us. Again, the severe threat's going to be tomorrow night. A few of us could see a few sprinkles, but that's about it as we go throughout our day. We're going to stay mostly dry until dinner time tomorrow. Take a look at our Mama Justice Doppler radar. This is kind of what we're expecting tomorrow. Pretty much dry conditions all across North Mississippi. Could still see a few isolated sprinkles and showers move through the mid-morning hours into the early afternoon. It's tomorrow night where we're expecting that line of showers and storms and just gusty conditions to move on through. So still enjoying a whole lot of this throughout most of your Sunday. It's dinner time and on where we're going to expect that severe weather setup to start affecting us here in Mississippi. We can already see where it is here across the United States. It's that low pressure system out there pretty much just west of Omaha. See that cold front starting to extend towards the west. Will continue pushing on further and further to us here in Mississippi. And that's going to be the system that we're tracking as it gets closer to us here. Try to see if those models stay consistent with that timing, whether it speeds up, slows down. We're going to make sure you have the very latest as we get ready for our Sunday tomorrow morning as well. Now, Futurecast is going to still show those dry conditions all across North Mississippi, still seeing that southerly flow, and that's what's making that moisture come back into our atmosphere, what's also responsible for that cloud cover as well. We're going to see that kind of continue to build on in as we go throughout the overnight hours. But notice, once we wake up tomorrow morning, take a look at those green showers just kind of moving on through North Mississippi, going straight from the south up, just with how winds are. It's bringing in that moisture, and with that, also bringing in a few showers. But again, most of us are staying dry. Even by lunchtime tomorrow, those rain showers almost completely in Alabama across the state line. We're talking about dry conditions all across North Mississippi throughout most of your Sunday. So still get outside, enjoy the spring-like day tomorrow. It's going to be a beautiful one, just dinner time and on. Stay in tune with us. We'll make sure to let you know kind of what's going on, who's getting affected, and when you're going to be in the all clear as that line moves on through North Mississippi. Next 24 are going to show exactly that. We're starting off in the mid-50s by 6 o'clock. Those partly cloudy skies already affecting us. That's going to stay consistent as that cloud cover continues building on in. Those rain chances trying to stay consistent as well, giving a few of us the chance to see some showers. But as we head into 6 o'clock and on, those rain chances are going to start increasing little by little as that line moves on through North Mississippi. Very small, thin line, just a tight gradient, kind of going to show that it's going to be very gusty, very windy. We're also going to see those cold, frigid conditions behind it. But warming on up towards the upper 70s, a few of us reaching the low 80s, and then definitely talking about much cooler conditions tomorrow night and into your Monday morning. But don't go anywhere. I want to give you the latest timing and tracking out that line as we get ready for our Sunday night and what's in store for us as we get ready for our work week. I'm going to have all of that coming up right after this break.
Game day brings its ups and downs. Celebration and disappointment, anxiety and relief, friends and enemies. You can always argue over who should have won, but everyone can agree on great food. Appetizers, entrees, drinks, party platters, or even the taste of sweet victory. There's something for every season at Eat With Us restaurants.
I'm your retirement fear, but don't be scared. You're still in pre-tirement.
Does that mean I have more time to plan?
Precisely. This is pretirement.org.
This isn't scary. I'm doing it.
You wonder how they're going to experience the real world in real safety, where all kids are welcome and everyone has a path forward to new skills, advancement, leadership, something they will carry with them the rest of their lives.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, before starting with this segment, I was not only catching up on the chat, but I just got a notification on my phone from the Mississippi Live Weather app saying a wind advisory has already been issued for work. So we're talking about those windy conditions. Looks like those advisories are also getting in place as of now. But it looks like I was checking the comments. We're not a fan of the cold weather. I am right there with you guys, but don't worry. I think I saw a few comments that were thankful it's only happening a few days. We're going to be warm and back above average pretty quickly next weekend. But let's take a look at our current conditions right now. 64 degrees out here in Tupelo. Thankfully feels like that as well. Dew point's going to continue to be the important factor for us to monitor. I know Matt was talking about that just-in-time moisture. Those dew points kind of act like almost like a fuel or signature on letting us know how much moisture is within our atmosphere. The higher the dew point is, the better the chances the storms are to be a little bit more severe. So hoping for lower numbers and not really wanting to see that right in time moisture. But take a look at that southerly motion. That is bringing in those dew points, allowing those to elevate just a little bit more. That's going to still be one of the factors that we're going to continue watching very closely as we get ready for our Sunday tomorrow. Now, Futurecast tonight, going to be a very boring thing to look at, and that's exactly what we want to see. It's going to be mild, calm, and pretty much dry into the overnight period. It's when we wake up tomorrow morning, we're going to start talking about a few of those isolated showers. But that cloud cover continues to build on in overnight into your Sunday morning hours, even by 6 o'clock as we wake up for our morning church plans. of us, if not all of us, should be talking about dry and enjoying those dry conditions. It's a little bit kind of during those church service hours, even while you're walking out, where you could see a light sprinkle or two. But again, most of us are staying dry as we go about our Sunday kind of daytime hours into the afternoon. Now, those low temperatures overnight tonight, like I mentioned earlier, we're barely dropping as we continue into the overnight hours ahead. Pretty much mid-50s all across North Mississippi. 55, Amory, Tupelo, Houston, New Albany, 56, Holly Springs, 57, Clarksdale and Cleveland, and 58 out there in Greenville. So definitely going to be a much milder start to the day tomorrow. Definitely going to be a cloudier one as well. Well, let's talk about those severe weather threats as we get ready for our Sunday again. Again, pretty much just a level 3 risk for those tornadoes, not our strongest confidence as of right now due to that wind continuing to be the most prominent thing that we're monitoring. But a brief strong tornado is possible. Could see a few tornado warnings kind of embedded within this line as it moves through North Mississippi, especially if a few of those cells can try to jet out just a little bit, try to get some of that rotation. Thankfully, we're not seeing that as our most prominent risk. That continues to be wind, that strong damaging wind possible. Right now, level 4, be curious to see kind of what we can continue to monitor as we get ready for our Sunday tomorrow. So still going to be very gusty, almost leading up to that line of showers throughout it and even after, as we're going to feel those feels like values pretty much plummet those temperatures as we get ready for our work week ahead. Now that hail threat continues to be pretty much non-impressive, which is a good thing. Slightly elevated just due to some of those outlooks and updates we've received today. And then that heavy rainfall still not really a threat. It's just going to be a small thin line of showers moving on through, going to kind of dump on you. Windy, here's a few rumbles of thunder, and within 15 minutes, it's going to die on down. Not going to be a quick long-term event. I know that's one of the things that we're most concerned about with severe weather setups. Going to be very quick as it passes by. Just want to make sure that we continue monitoring that as it moves on through your area. That way we know kind of what's going on. Now coming back to Futurecast by 8:30, we're still talking about those light showers starting to affect a few of us in those early to mid-morning hours. This is around 8:30. And as we continue towards lunchtime, those rain chances kind of slide out of Mississippi. We're pretty much crossing the state line and into Alabama. Most of us here in North Mississippi are pretty much mostly dry, if not completely dry. Going to be a cloudier day, but still going to be beautiful. Enjoy some time outside before we have to hunker down tomorrow night. This is around lunchtime, around 12 o'clock. And as we continue into the afternoon and eventually early evening hours, this is what we're tracking out. That cold front, as it gets closer and closer to North Mississippi, that's going to bring us our severe weather chances and definitely those line of showers. Still, talking about dry conditions in those mid-afternoon hours, it's around 6, 7, 8 o'clock where we're going to start seeing that line of pretty much just storms make their way through North Mississippi. Going to be very windy. Take a look at that wind profile as it continues throughout that line of storms. It'll be a very gusty kind of overnight period tomorrow, but we're going to make sure to continue tracking that out with you guys all night long. Now those high temperatures, going to be another toasty day across North Mississippi. Low 80s, especially in the Golden Triangle region, 80 in Columbus and Starkville, 78 Tupelo, 77 Holly Springs and Senatobia, and 78 out there in Cleveland, and 80 out there again in Greenville. Now those feels like values going to help us out just slightly, cooling us off just a little bit. But again, I cannot stress this enough. Enjoy these conditions as you go about your day tomorrow, because we are plummeting in those temperatures, quickly going from above average to very well below average as we get ready for the work week ahead. And by below average, I'm talking about some hard freezes, lows dropping into the mid-20s. So with how above average and warm it's been, I know some trees and some plants have started to blossom. We're going to have to start protecting a few of those if we have started planting. And of course, those pets and pipes and our friends as well as we get ready for those frigid conditions. Now, I wanted to put this in here because it's still going to be a fantastic day to go to the park. You just got to plan it accordingly, especially in the morning, lunchtime, afternoon hours, you're good to go. It's dinner time and on where we're talking about, hey, let's stay inside. Let's not kind of go outdoors, cancel those outdoor events. You're going to be good to go pretty much all throughout your Sunday until dinner time. So 56 degrees by the early morning hours if you want to get up and at them early. Low 70s by lunchtime, rising into the upper 70s, some low 80s across North Mississippi. Again, another toasty and spring-like day here in North Mississippi. It's around 6, 7, 8 o'clock where we start talking about those rain showers and storms making their way into North Mississippi. Now, I want to track this out hour by hour with you guys. I took off the cold front because we already know kind of what's causing this across North Mississippi. Take a look at this, kind of not as organized, seeing a few of those cells just leading a little bit ahead of it. Nothing too impressive, which is good. But again, like Matt talked about, these models can sometimes underdo it just a little bit. So we're making sure to continue comparing every run as they continue coming out to give you the very latest. But this is around 6 o'clock, and by 7, we start to see a little bit more of that organized development, just that thin line of showers across North Mississippi. And what I want to keep emphasizing, once that line passes your location, you're good to go for the rest of the night. So even by 7 o'clock, for those out there in West Helena and Clarksdale, Shelby, y'all are pretty much almost good. You're still going to hear a few rumbles of thunder as that line moves on through, maybe even a few rumbles after, but it's going to be a quick line, pretty much just racing across North Mississippi, bringing those gusty conditions. We're going to keep you updated all night long tomorrow. This is at 7 o'clock as we continue towards 8 o'clock, still continuing to see just that thin line of showers and storms racing across Mississippi. Even for those in the western portions of Lafayette County and Oxford, starting to already be in a lot better shape by 8 o'clock. Out there in Sardis, Olive Branch, and DeSoto County, y'all are good to go. But as we continue tracking that line of showers, even towards that 9 o'clock hour, moving across Tupelo. So you can even think about how quick this is moving through North Mississippi. This is almost starting close towards your usual 6 o'clock broadcast today and almost ending around the 10 o'clock. So I don't know about you, between my two shows, the evening pretty much flies by. So just kind of showing how quick this is going to be tomorrow. We're going to keep you updated all night long. Make sure you kind of know what's still occurring as it moves through North Mississippi. Even by 9 o'clock, still getting closer towards that Mississippi-Alabama state line, starting to affect those out there in the Golden Drawing region, especially West Point and Starkville, as that line's pretty much over y'all by 9 o'clock. Even towards the 10 o'clock hour, that line pretty much practically out of North Mississippi. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. Still seeing some of those heavier showers behind the line. But again, this is nothing severe, just some heavier downpours, maybe a rumble of thunder. The only thing we're tracking severe-wise is that thin line of showers moving across North Mississippi. But by 10 o'clock with the latest model run, pretty much almost all of us are going to be in the all clear. Definitely a good sign that we can go to sleep pretty much stress-free tomorrow night and enjoy a great night's sleep. Now, even by 11 o'clock, we can still talk about those heavier showers just north of the Golden Triangle region, still pretty much in there, even affecting those out there in Aberdeen. And still, just some rain showers all across North Mississippi affecting us. But again, nothing severe pretty much post 10, 11 o'clock as we continue into the overnight hours ahead. I'm just letting that blow on through. And then we're talking about dry conditions and, yes, even unfortunately, some snowy conditions. I'll step out of the way since we usually don't see this often here in North Mississippi. Now, am I a firm believer in this? No. Could there be some flurries? Yes. Are we expecting a dusting? Absolutely not. Are we all going to school Monday morning? Unfortunately, we are, me included. I would love to get another day of spring break, but that unfortunately will not be the case. But hey, if we're starting off our Monday morning, might be cool to see a few flurries on our way to work and school in the morning. But that's about it as we get ready for the work week ahead. But this should kind of show you that steep temperature decrease we're about to experience, going from upper 70s as our highs tomorrow. Definitely below freezing and much more frigid conditions as we start off our Monday morning. We're talking about clearer conditions pretty much throughout the rest of your Monday. I'll step back so you kind of see all of North Mississippi. Don't want to cover you guys out in the Delta. Even by lunchtime, I think this model underdoing the cloud cover just a little bit, but I don't think any of us are worried about cloud cover. We're still focused on just drier conditions throughout our Monday. Going to be a beautiful day pretty much for the rest of your afternoon hours and into the evening overnight period as well. Just letting that play on out. Still seeing that strong northwesterly flow, kind of blowing across North Mississippi. And that's not only going to make us feel a lot or drop those temperatures, but also make us feel a lot cooler than what those temperatures are reading outdoors. So bring out those coats. Going to be pretty frigid as we start off the work week. Take a look at those high temperatures for your Monday. Like I just mentioned, we're going from upper 70s to pretty much mid 40s. So going to be very cold. 45 out there in Amory, Houston, and Bruce. 40 in Holly Springs and South Haven. 42 Clarksdale and Cleveland, and 45 yet again out there in Greenville. Take a look at those feels like values though. I mean, plummeting, making us feel a lot worse. We could be talking about some upper 20s. 29 out there in Holly Springs, Senatobia, and Tunica. 28 out there in South Haven. 30 in Corinth, 30 in Iuka. So majority of us, the further north you go, especially closer towards that Tennessee state line, we're going to be feeling like we're below freezing as we go about the day. So keep those layers handy, even keep them handy into Tuesday, practically Wednesday, just with how much I can't handle the cold. But thankfully, once we get to Thursday and on, going to be feeling a lot better. But want to give you all the heads up, get that in the rotation as we get ready for the work week ahead. But take a look at our 7-day forecast. Again, all eyes are on Sunday as we get ready for this severe weather risk that will affect us tomorrow night. Still going to be a beautiful day as we wake up, enjoy the first half of our Sunday. Standard time and on, where we're going to want to start staying in tune, stay updated, keep those ways of getting your notifications, because we could see those power outages start to affect us just with how windy those conditions will be affecting any power lines across North Mississippi. Going into Monday, we're dropping from those upper 70s into the mid 40s, overnight lows in the mid 30s. Take a look Monday night into your Tuesday morning, mid 20s. So there we go with those hard freezes that we're going to be talking about as we get ready for the work week. I know got to get through these stormy conditions first, but still going to be very frigid as we get ready for our Monday and Tuesday as well. But pretty much Wednesday and on, we're feeling a lot better. Low 60s by Wednesday, transitioning 10 degrees warmer by Thursday into the low 70s. Then we're talking about upper 70s Friday and then back into the low 80s Saturday. So kind of a roller coaster, and of course experiencing all these seasons here in North Mississippi. But we're going to make sure to keep you updated on the very latest as we experience all of them together. But I want to check the chat real quick before we wrap this up. I know we'll have a busy day tomorrow. Looks like some people are wishing some happy belated birthdays. But I was watching this chat earlier during the 6 o'clock, even after the first commercial break. Looks like we're all in good spirits. I know we are praying for the absolute best tomorrow. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Looks like you all are ready for tomorrow, and y'all are best prepared. Want to make sure you guys are ready for everything in store. So I appreciate all of y'all tuning in. Of course, if you don't have the app already, here's the QR code to both the iOS and Android app. We appreciate all the support you have given us, and we think this could be a life-saving tool to keep you guys informed, let you know what's going on, and keep you updated as we continue to go into severe weather season, which has already been pretty active. I know a lot of us in the comments were also talking about how we're just tired of the storms. Just got to get through tomorrow. We have a much more enjoyable work week ahead, and definitely drier. But of course, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. I know actually I caught this question real quick in the chat. Someone was asking about frost Monday. I know our meteorologist Maggie McCauley was talking about that earlier as well. I do think there are a few chances of some frost, especially with just how saturated we're going to be tomorrow night heading into our Monday. Temperatures not quite below freezing overnight into your Monday, but still want to make sure to keep you guys updated. But as we wrap up, continue to enjoy y'all's overnight period tonight. Not expecting anything intense or severe as we get ready for our Sunday morning and even throughout the rest of your Sunday. It's around dinner time tomorrow. So make sure to continue to stay updated with us at the very latest here at Mississippi Live Weather, and we'll see y'all back here in the Room to Room Weather Center.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.